For more of this, let's turn to Counsel for Gregory Afoko Nanaya Osei, who has joined us via telephone. Counsel, thank you very much for joining us here on the Channel One newsroom. Have you been able to reach your client? I'm told he wasn't in court when the judge granted the bail. Have you been able to reach him, and how is he faring? Hello, Nanel. We're trying to work the lines and get... hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Yeah, Counsel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I was asking if you've been able to reach your client. We're told he wasn't in court today. And how is he faring?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Yes, like you were told, Greg was not in court today when the bail was granted. You know, he's in custody in someone, and so reaching him almost immediately was impossible.
Okay.
And so as we speak, we have not been able to establish contact with him yet. Maybe in the coming days, we'll go there and alert him as to what has happened. But as we speak, I cannot tell you whether he received the message or not. I cannot.
All right. The bail conditions that were set by the court, has he been able to meet these conditions yet?
You see, if you know the nature of the conditions that were set, they are not conditions that could be met in some few hours.
All right.
Because it involves property which has to go to Lands Commission, and an aspect of it will have to go to either land valuation or AESL for valuation. So it involves some processes which will require some time.
Okay.
So we just began the processes, hoping that by next week we would have completed everything and then notify the court of it. And then the next steps will be taken as to freeing him from custody.
This trial has been going on for so long. It's been 10 years now. How has it impacted your client? I'm talking about his well-being. How has it impacted him?
Yeah, point of correction. The trial itself, I think it's about 8 years plus. His arrest is rather almost 10 years. He was arrested in May 2015.
All right.
And next May will be 10 years. The impact has been very devastating. For instance, he now carries a swollen arm. When he was arrested, he didn't have that swollen upper arm. Today, he carries it around. So if you ask me about the impact, the incarceration has been very, very devastating on his health. That aside, somebody who believes that he is innocent, and the law is that an accused person is innocent until proven guilty. And if for 10 years, somebody who has not been found guilty has spent 10 years, almost 10 years in custody, then obviously, mentally, he's gone through a lot, or going through a lot.
All right. The new Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayene, during his press conference, was asked about this very case, and he said he was going to review the case. Do you have any indication what the Attorney General may do? Have you heard from him?
No. It's not our business to want to engage the Attorney General on what he's doing in his office. He said he was going to look at the case. In fact, he mentioned that he had received a memo on the case. It is his prerogative to look at the matter with his own eyes. I mean, we don't have any interest in trying to reach out to him privately and suggest things to him. No.
All right.
We think that he must be allowed to do his work. If it will take him some few days, some few weeks to do the review he mentioned publicly, he will clearly be within his remit to do that. As for us, we are interested in our client getting his bill. He got it. If ultimately the decision from the Attorney General's department or office is that the matter be discontinued, we'll be happy. But we have not, and we do not intend making any private contact with the Attorney General.
All right. Thank you very much, Counsel. Nanaya Osei is the lawyer for Gregory Afoko. We're also joined on the telephone by another lawyer, George Bernard Shaw. Counsel, grateful to you for joining us. You say this trial is persecution. Why do you say so?
It's clearly persecution because under international human rights law, you cannot prosecute someone for a possible third time because there is something internationally known as trial within a reasonable time. And it's even in our constitution here, in the Ghanaian constitution, you have to be tried in a reasonable time.
Okay.
And the delay in the criminal justice system, as long as the delay is not from the camp of the accused person, then he has at least to be given bail. Be granted bail. This guy, they tried him 3 years into the trial. The government itself issued a nolle prosequi that they were stopping the trial simply because they have arrested someone, the second co-accused.
Okay.
Now, that was not through no fault of his, because before you, if you want to prosecute two people and you've only got one, you wait till you get both of them before you start the trial. But if you start the trial, then midway you get the other guy, then you truncate the trial and then you restart it. When the trial had gone on for 3 years, from 15 to 2019, and then when they were about to give their speeches for the delivery, you stop it. It's clearly against the rule. Now, they reconstituted the trial, they started again. And then it went through the full length, and the jury found him not guilty, 4-3 jury verdict. In any other jurisdiction, this is where you enter a nolle prosequi, because the decision to prosecute is also guarded by other considerations, which include whether it's in the public interest, it's a waste of money, the strength of the evidence, and clearly this one, if the jury didn't agree, then you know that there's something wrong with the evidence. So you don't restart a trial to try the person for the third time. And when you do that, then it's clearly persecution.
Do you then suggest that the Attorney General should enter another nolle prosequi for...
Yes, clearly, yes. In other international law, there are a lot of cases and authorities that will support that. In England, sometimes, where I practice the law, sometimes even the second trial, after the second trial, then the jury, there's a hung jury, the Attorney General will, what they call, offer no evidence, which is basically equal to no nolle prosequi. And then that will be the end of the matter, because it's persecution, especially when the person has been in custody. Deny him all his constitutional rights. He's supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. And then you keep him. He served almost 10 years in jail when he hasn't had a verdict. No, it's just not on. I even wrote an article on that in the Graph yesterday.
All right, Counsel. Thank you very much there for your thoughts. George Bernard Shaw is a legal practitioner. He was sharing his thoughts with us on Gregory Afoko, who has been granted bail by the court. He's been standing trial for the alleged murder of Adam Mahama, a late Upper East Regional Chairman of the NPP.